Hey guys, what's up? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Crissanna, and if you're new here, then welcome, and if you're an oldie, welcome back. So guys, in today's video, we're going to be playing with a new palette from Profusion. So this is the Profusion Citrine palette, I think is how you pronounce it. I actually got this at my local Walmart. It was $4.98. So I know other Walmarts carry Profusion, they carry NYX, and they carry a couple other brands as well. But my Walmart personally doesn't carry NYX or Profusion. This is the first time I've ever seen Profusion at my Walmart. They had two other palettes as well, but they were currently out of stock. So I did pick this one up. But if I go back up and they have those other palettes, I will be getting them as well. Because like I said, these are $5 palettes, you guys, and they are pretty big. Wet n Wild's palettes range from about $5, and they are a lot smaller. Same with e.l.f. So if this is good, you guys, I'm going to be very happy. Now, I do have another Profusion palette. It is an all matte palette that I got at TJ Maxx, and I really love that one as well. I got my lids primed. Let's go ahead and jump right in. And if you guys can't tell, I do have a nice tan going on. I sat out in the sun for like 2 or 3 hours the other day, and I am just loving it. Like, I feel like when I'm tan, I just look so much more glowy, and it does dry out my pimples and my acne. So I just feel like so glowy when I tan. So I'm kind of debating on if I want to do like something smoky or if I want to keep it really subtle. So there is only 3 matte shades in here. So it would be this one, that one's not, and then these two over here are matte. So there is 3 matte shades. So let's first grab this shade called Tea. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush by Morphe. Let's start blending this right above the crease. And you guys, my allergies have been so bad. Like, my eyes are super runny. They're super itchy. Allergies really suck this time of year. Yeah, you guys, so far, so good. I'm really liking these mattes so far. I feel like Profusion used to be such an underrated brand, but now that like a lot of beauty influencers and stuff have used it, I feel like it's definitely up there. So years ago, I used to have a Kmart in my town. It's no longer there, but years ago they used to carry like Profusion Christmas gift sets, and I would always get them. But I feel like those sets, they really didn't work that well. I felt like they were almost like kind of like kid play makeup. But now like this Profusion palette and like other ones that are sold at Walmart and like TJ Maxx and stuff, those ones are actually decent. So I definitely wouldn't recommend getting them in the gift sets because I just don't think that they're that great. But yeah, this one seems to be working pretty well so far. Let's go ahead and deepen up that outer V. So for that, I'm going to take the shade Paprika. There isn't really any super deep shades in here. I feel like Paprika is the only shade that is somewhat deep. So I'm just going to take that same brush and I'm just going to push that right into the outer V. So if I wanted to be a little more precise, I would go in with a smaller brush, but I'm not trying to be too precise just yet. And then I'm just going to blend that right into the crease. So far, you guys, so good. I'm loving these shades, and they're blended together really nicely as well. See, like that kind of turned into like one shade. There isn't really any contrast there. But let's go ahead and with some shimmer because I'm really, really excited about these shimmers. So I actually might take a yellow shimmer because I feel like orange would just be like too orange. I really don't want to do orange. Let's first go ahead in with this yellow shade called Zenith. So it's this one right here. A flat brush by Morphe. Go ahead and put this maybe on like half of the lid. Let's kind of see how it lays down. Oh, it's giving me a little bit of pigment. I feel like it's almost kind of like a topper shade. It is really beautiful, but I'm not getting it to be like super compact on the eye. It is kind of very spaced out. All right, let's go ahead and wet our brush. Take some of the Wet n Wild Time SpongeBob setting spray. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of lightly dab. Not really going to rub because if I rub, it's definitely going to take off the shadow because the brush is wet. But this is also going to help from fallout. I don't usually wet my brush that much because I do have hooded eyes. So when I wet it, I feel like it makes it super, like, I don't know the word. It just makes it look really weird on my eyes. So it definitely made a little bit of a difference. Not a whole lot, but I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. All right, guys, that looks super pretty. I'm going to go ahead and dust away the fallout because I definitely got like a crap ton of it. From the shimmer shades, I didn't get actually any fallout from the mattes, but I am looking very like shimmery now. Yeah, definitely do your eyes first. I made that mistake and I didn't do that. So next I'm going to take the shade Taboo. So it would be this one right here. And it's just going to go right next to the Zenith shade really nicely as well. Let's go ahead and see how it applies. So this is kind of going like almost right in the center of my lid. But again, not super pigmented. Picks up really nicely and it's a pretty shade, but it's not going on as nicely as it looks in the pan. Let's go in with one more shimmer shades. I'm going to take the orange one called Society. This is kind of like a mix between a shimmer and a matte. So this is going to go right almost on the outer V. Okay, now I really like that shade. That's a really pretty shade and it is super pigmented. Yes, I love that shade. That is really pretty. I'm going to grab the shade Gold Digger, this one right here. And I'm going to actually put this over top of the yellow shade that we have like in the inner part. Just to kind of see how that looks. I'm going to go back in with the shade Paprika. And just pop some more of that right onto the outer V and the crease. So for the bottom waterline, I'm actually going to take the shade Safari. Not use this one on the top. This is kind of like a mustardy yellow shade. And then I'm going to go back in with the shade Tea. So for the inner corner, I'm going to take the shade Strobe Lights. Ooh, that is a really pretty shade. All right, y'all. So this is what it's looking like so far. Really don't know how I'm feeling. I guess lashes always make a difference. So I'm going to go off camera, apply my lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So I went ahead and finished my eyes. I also put brown eyeliner on the bottom waterline. I smoked that out, and then I also tightlined with a black liner. I just feel like with just the shadow itself, it just wasn't enough for me. So I decided to add eyeliner, and I feel like it definitely looks good with that. I'm going to do my lips on camera, you guys. I'm going to take the KKW lip liner in the shade Nude 1. I have actually been loving this. Let me tell you what, you guys, these lip liners are so phenomenal that when I line my lips, by the end of the day, the lip liner is on and the lipstick is completely off. So I definitely need to find myself a good, high quality lipstick that's going to last all day. Even a drugstore one that's going to be super matte. If you guys know any lipsticks that are matte that last all day, please let me know down in the comments below, because I'm sick of having this on my lips and then the lipstick wearing off because it just looks really weird. And you know what I caught my daughter doing the other day, you guys? I came in my room. She had this lip liner in particular. If you can see, it's all smushed. She had this literally and she was drawing all over her eyebrows with it. It was just a freaking mess, but I'm going to try to line with this. If I can't, I'm going to go ahead and sharpen it. Strange. Like, they almost would seem like they're like a roll up, but they're not. They're very weird. I don't know. They just really weird. Let me go ahead and line my lips with this. So sometimes I overline, sometimes I don't. I guess it depends on what kind of mood I am. When I'm at overline my lips, most of the time, they definitely get overlined way too much. Going to go ahead and fill my whole lip in. That way I don't have any weird lines at the end of the night. I'm going to take this Maybelline lipstick. This is in the shade Truffle Tease. So it is like a kind of like a super nude lipstick. And I just put that kind of in the center. It really didn't change it much. It is almost the same shade as the lip liner. And then I'm going to throw a gloss on top. I'm going to use this by Revlon. This is the Revlon Kiss Plumping Lip Cream. This one is in the shade Almond Suede. I don't think it plumps, but I do really love the color of it. Okay, guys, so here is the final look. Honestly, guys, I'm loving this brownie type vibe, and I feel like with my little bit of tan going on, I really, really like it. Let's go ahead and talk about the palette, you guys. So like I said, again, I do have another Profusion palette, which is all matte brown shades, and I absolutely love that one. I feel like the matte shades in it are super, super pigmented. They blend really easily. The matte shades in this, they blend really easily as well. The only thing that I would change, if I could change thing in this palette, is make one of these shades darker. For me, it's just a little bit too late. I feel like this is a palette for an everyday look, but I feel like if I wanted to do something darker, I really couldn't because I use the darkest shades. And as you guys can see, it really didn't get that much darker. But I feel like if you guys love like warm and neutral orangey tones, I feel like you guys would love this palette. The shimmers, they perform okay. I feel like you definitely need to get your brush wet. I feel like if you like just like a very subtle shimmer, you would absolutely love these ones because they are very subtle. I feel like they are buildable if you get them wet, but I feel like if you continue to build and you don't get your brush wet, I just feel like they're not going to apply that well. But if I could give this a rating, I would give this 8 out of 10 stars. For the price point, you guys, I feel like you can't beat it. Honestly, $5, I feel like it's definitely worth it. I feel like this would last you quite a while because the pan sizes are so big. But yeah, honestly, you guys, I really can't complain because it is a super cheap palette, and I do really like how this eye look came out. Yeah, if you guys ended up liking this video, please be sure to give it a big old thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. If there's anything at all that you guys want to see next, please let me know. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.